After months of putting up with my roommate from hell, I got the revenge of lifetime and screwed her over out of a fuckton of money and got her to pay rent, and life has never been sweeter. This is a long one but very much worth the ride, so buckle up. Also, English isn't my native lang, sorry if there are any mistakes. This story takes place a couple of years back. During college, I lived with several roommates, all of them were nice and we got along well, except for this one bitch, let's call her Karen. If Satan and Hitler had a child and that child had a child with Stalin and Cruella de Vil, that would be Karen for you. She is a loud-mouthed, stupid, egocentric bitch who has the face that scare the shit out of a toilet. She would never clean up after herself, she would always leave her plates and things at the spot where she last used them. I have lost counts of how many times I caught her stealing my clothes without asking, and if you so much as touch her clothes she loses her shit on you, or her drinking our lactose-intolerant roommate's almond milk, and any time we confronted her for drinking it, she would shrug and say I only had a sip, stop being so stingy. She plays her music loud at night, invites stranger without giving any heads up. A time or two she didn't pay rent even though her parents are filthy rich and she is wearing Gucci and Prada shit. Karen also fucking lies about everything, even things that are not worth lying about. Like if she woke up 7, and you ask her, she'll lie through her fucking teeth and say she rose with the sunrise because she is a natural. P.S. This is something I actually heard her say to her parents while she was Skyping them, so cringy, who the fuck says that? But I digress. Months we have fucking put up with her. Of course we tried to get other roommates, but unfortunately when we all moved in everything, all documents and contracts were done in her name, so kicking her out would require a lot of effort and most of us were busy with school and work and life happens. So we ignore it as much as we can and try to move on. We are now all seniors and in our final semesters, meaning graduation was coming, and Karen is planning a backpack trip across Europe with her friends as a graduation gift to herself. This is important, so remember this. One of our roommates and my closest friend, Sasha, has had a crush on a guy that lives down the hall. Anytime the two of them are together, Sasha and the guy keep giving each other googly eyes and blushing faces. It was so cute. Sasha is a verbal autistic person and has never dated anyone because she has a hard time with socializing and understanding social cues and subtlety, which, let's face it, that is the core of dating, especially flirting. But with a lot of encouragement from me and the final roommate, Lola, we got her to ask him out. He said yes. She was so happy, you guys. She flew back into the apartment and did an hour of happy dance with her arms flailing about and a shit-eating grin on her face. Needless to say, we were all so happy. Karen caught wind of this and it just so happens at that time she was having relationship problems. I guess her BF finally realized he's dating human garbage. Not one to be outshined, Karen behind all of our backs went to the guy's place and spun lies about Sasha, saying she's a serial cheater, and even made a fake account for Sasha's so-called BF. The guy never called Sasha, and eventually weeks passed by. He told us why, but by then Sasha felt like the damage was done and lost interest in him. I was fucking furious. This level of dickery and bloody pettiness is the straw that finally broke the camel's back, and I vowed I wouldn't fucking leave until I served my slice of justice. Here's another character that you must know about. Professor C. His wife 2 years ago was in a horrible car accident and as a result is in a wheelchair. This is especially problematic because she was a stay-home mom that took care of their 2 special needs kids and they have a toddler at home. Home life is a mess for him. He is running ragged between working and single-handedly is taking care of his family. The uni took pity and also feared the workload would see one of their best and most beloved teachers leave the school. Struck a deal with him to help him out. In all of his classes there will be quizzes and midterms. This doesn't change, but assignments you submit and he corrects at the end of the year. This is important cause our uni has zero tolerance on profs that don't constantly update the students' coursework so that students have the chance to improve their grades. Karen, the lazy and stupid bitch she is somehow skating through his assignments, even though they require a shit ton of research and writing. I accidentally learned that one of her older friends told her that she only needs submit the paper on its due date and to only write the first 3 pages and use a paraphrase tool for the rest of the paper so the plagiarism software won't detect it and would think it's original material, and when the end of the year comes, submit a hard copy but with the first pages being her actual work and the rest being completely plagiarized, professional work. Professor C won't know cause the likelihood a man as busy as him thoroughly checking the work of 120 plus students is pretty low. I grinned. A plan was beginning to formulate in my head. Oh, sweet mother of Jesus, she is going down. All semester long I let her do this for all of the 7 papers, one of them which is a term paper that has 20% on it alone. All the while I spied and gathered all of her passcodes, social media, her student ID, everything. The end of the year came and I compiled all of her assignments, both the original one with the paraphrasing tools she used to circumvent plagiarism and the one she finally handed them in. And I even made photos where there are side-to-side comparison of the assignments. This is a good start but not enough. So, one day chillin' at the living room I open a conversation about relationships. Karen is 2-timing her new boyfriend and is sleeping with some other person. So, I ask her questions like, don't you feel guilty for cheating? And you do realize this is wrong? And I even paraphrase my words in a way that is vague but also clear. For example, I would say it's not fair, so many people work so hard every day to be successful and you are here cheating and lying your way to success. Karen, narcissistic as fuck, would respond with snippets of I don't care and how she isn't cheating, she is only having fun and that everyone does it so why not her too. This is too good to be true, even her answers are vague. It's like God put his hand on my shoulder, looked me right in the eyes and said, bury this bitch. And it'd be damned if I didn't. As you probably have guessed it by now, I was recording everything. The recording plus the photos, and her assignments were more than enough evidence. I sent an anonymous email to the professor, and I tell the girls so that they can prep for the shitstorm that's coming. 3 weeks later, results are out. She failed and lost her shit. She was screaming, crying, wailing, what a sight to see. You best believe, the girls and I were laughing. She tried to talk to the professor, but he was not having it. She cried and begged for a second chance but he said a hard no. So now she has 2 options, she goes ahead and doesn't graduate with us, and takes on a whole nother semester for one measly course, or takes summer course and cancel her trip to Europe, which mind you she spent a fuckton on, something like $13,000, and I know it could have been much cheaper but Princess Karen only wanted the best, so the next couple of weeks she spent sleepless nights because she was calling and cancelling all the reservations she made, trying to get her money back, but, again, God really was out for blood that day, because the cancellation was so close to some her trip most places refused to refund, or some charged her cancellation fees. She only managed to scrap 5.5k back together, loss in 7.5k. Ouch. It's not over. Having damning evidence, I, with earned gusto, told her she was going to pay all of the bills till we move out, which was in 2 months, payback for all the times she was late on payment or defaulted, and she would from now do her part of the house chores, or else I'm gonna send it all to the admin and faculty dean and she will for sure be kicked out and all those uni years will have been for nothing. She hated it, she fucking threw tantrums and cussed me out, but my god if she didn't do what's told. She cleaned her stuff, apologized to Sasha for what she did. I forced her to come clean to her BF, don't know the guy but the few times I met him he was super sweet to us and I felt bad for the guy. I watched her actually do the dishes for the first time in like years. IT was fucking amazing and I don't regret it one bit. In fact, anytime I feel sad now as an adult, I kick back my feet and reminiscing and a slow shit-eating grin draws itself upon my face. TL, Dr. Roommate was super mean. I found out she was cheating on her assignments and so I snitched on her, and as a result she had to stay the summer and retake the class again or else she wouldn't graduate. Edit 2, okay, so I posted the story, went to sleep and holy shit, I didn't expect it to blow up this much. I'm gonna answer some reoccurring questions so I don't have to repeat myself over and over. 1. Why didn't I report her to the admin in the first place? Well, I was kinda hoping Prof C would do that on my behalf, but for reasons I've no idea, he only failed her, I'm guessing to save his own ass, and didn't say shit. And while I hate Karen, I don't actually have the heart to actually expel someone from school. I know I'm weak for it and she did cheat, but I really don't think I can go through with it. 2. What happened to Sasha? She and the guy never got together. She took a bit of a break, but over the summer she briefly met someone for like 2 months before they decided it isn't going to work out. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened to her since then. Sure, we tried to keep contact, but we both were job hunting, trying to adult, and along the way lost all contact. However, this post made me nostalgic for my old friend. I reached out and she is doing well. We didn't talk much since it's been a little over 4 years, but she is doing fine, works and still single. 3. Why did I spy? Because I need her passcodes for the assignment reports. I don't know where she stored them and I figured better be thorough. And if you don't think you can actually get someone's passcodes in 4 months, someone that lives with you 24/7 and that you see all the time, then buddy, you need to pay attention. Half the time I saw her passcodes accidentally. Also, I recorded her because, like I mentioned earlier, Karen is a serial liar. It wouldn't surprise me if she makes up some sob story to get out of punishment. I took the recording as like extra security blanket. 4. Professor C was a pretty chill dude and lots of older and current students have him on Facebook, and when his wife got into a car accident, there were like families and friends posting things like pray for 30 or thoughts and prayers with you guys, and his kids having special needs have never been a secret. He brings them up in his story quite often and shares lots of articles and posts on FB about special needs kids, and he posts picture of his family, etc. You have no idea how much info people put on the internet, bruh. 5. Lastly, I'm not and will probably not be for the foreseeable future be ever sorry for the blackmail. This is someone that cheated us of our rent money, stole our clothes and food, didn't do house chores and broke my friend's heart, and was a cheating girlfriend and an overall shitty person. She got everything she deserved. If anything, she should have been kicked out of uni, but I didn't go there. If y'all wanted some fairy tale story where I sat down with Karen and we had a long talk and at the end we both came to the realization we judged each other too harshly, then no, that's not happening. Thanks for watching another episode of Today on Reddit. Remember to like and sub for more content and share your stories in the comments below.